But there can be no disagreement, and Rep. Crow talked about this, about the impact. People died. 150 officers were physically injured that day, and many others to this moment are continuing to experience trauma that requires medical help. This was, and there's no other way to describe it, political violence. And for our nation's commander-in-chief to literally give the worst of these perpetrators a pardon is chilling. So just in Pennsylvania alone, just up the road from where I come, 100 people, convicted felons, are free now and free to roam up to the Pennsylvania area to return to our communities today because of the actions of our commander-in-chief. By very definition, these are threats to our national security. This should, independent of our political affiliation, alarm us all, even the president's supporters, many of whom appropriately elected him because of a need, in their opinion, for a nation of law and order. President Trump and I disagree on a lot, and I'm sure that we'll spend the next 4 years expressing deep disappointment with one another, with worry and concern over differences in policy. That's normal. That's the back and forth between parties and how best to advance our country. We can agree to disagree. But blanket pardons such as these, and at this scale, are simply obscene. I have no other word to describe it. Let me repeat, this was political violence, plain and simple, and for our nation's commander-in-chief to literally give the worst of these violent offenders and perpetrators a pardon is obscene. And let's be clear, these pardons are a message to President Trump's most violent supporters that he has their back, that violence committed in his name is protected, and that violence committed against law enforcement officers is protected. And this should be a warning to us all. So I have a couple of action items for you all.